Today we're going to work on some stretching and rolling. So a couple things that you'll need: foam roller, and then if you have a therapy ball, use a therapy ball. Tennis ball works great. Otherwise, if you're really like wanting deep tissue, get a golf ball and put it in a tube sock. Okay, a couple of different things that we'll do with that. But lastly, a rope or band, a robe, terry cloth robe, bathrobe rope works just as well. So the areas that we're going to work on are going to be the inner thigh, okay, your adductors, which attach up into the groin area and then extend all the way to the knee. So if these are really tight, they can pull that knee inward and cause you some knee problems, okay? And then we're going to work on the glute. You've got several different muscles in the glute. We're gonna roll them all out and stretch them out. So the key is we want to start with taking the tension out of the muscle, which is rolling, and then we want to lengthen the muscle, which is stretching. So two very different things that go great together. So let's start with the roller. And number one, the glute muscle. So sit on your roller, tilt into the side of your glute or your butt muscle, okay? And then you're gonna roll back and forth. If you can take that lower leg and cross, you're gonna get a little bit deeper into it. If this is super painful, then you just need to stop, take some good deep breaths, and let the tension kind of dissipate while just sitting here, okay? So each area that we go to, you want to spend at least 30 seconds on. You can always spend longer. Again, think of it like a massage. If the massage therapist hangs out too long in pushing in one area, you end up with a bruise, okay? It's the same concept. So if you spend too little of time, you're just getting the surface. That's it. All right, so I'm gonna go to the middle of my glute and I'm gonna just sit and roll down and then go back. And as I go back, I'm gonna try to get all the way to the top of the hamstring and then pull myself forward again. So if you need to be next to something so you don't fall off of the roller, go ahead and get close to something. You fall off, you're not that far from the floor, you'll be okay. All right, just push and pull. Should feel good. If this is super painful, that means you're really tight. And that's not good. You do need to keep doing it. That doesn't mean stop. The only time you'll stop is if you have knife stabbing pain. That's what you want to stay away from. If it just hurts because you're tight, we're doing what you need. And in my book, with all my clients, it's suck it up. It's doing good for you. All right. We're gonna go to the other glute. I'm gonna turn around so I still face the camera. All right, tilt so you get into the side. Again, if you can raise up that lower leg and cross, go for it. So if you have one side that's bothering you quite a bit, that doesn't mean that you don't roll the opposite side. Make yourself as balanced as possible. So from this one, we're gonna go to the inner thigh. Some people struggle with this one and getting into the position. So I'm gonna show you a couple variations and just do whichever one feels more comfortable to you. All right, so moving on to the inner thigh, I'm gonna show you two different camera views. So the first one, I'm gonna lay on my side. The leg's gonna come up and over, okay? So my roller's right here. I'm laying on the side. I'm gonna roll in all the way to the groin and then roll out, okay? Get that to where you can see what I'm doing. So all the way in, all the way out. If your knee shifts down, just pull it back up. Just really getting all the way down to that kneecap on the side, all the way up to your groin. Take some good deep breaths, in through the nose, deep into the belly, exhale through the mouth. Two more, and we're gonna switch sides. All right, switching sides. So start on your side, leg comes up and over the roller, and then you want to roll in and roll out. So a different angle that I'm showing you, but it's the same one that I did previously. So if you find that you're going off of the inside of that leg, pull the knee back up so it goes straight across. Next one, we're gonna go to the outside of the leg, the IT band. So IT bands run just like the seam of your pant leg from the hip all the way down towards the knee. So think of a pair of jeans and that seam, and it goes straight up the side, okay? So you're gonna lay directly on your foam roller on the side. Okay, I'm going to straighten that bottom leg out, and you want your foot to be completely flat on the side. So you're going to drag your foot all the way down to the knee, all the way up towards your hip. So just keep that foot dragging on the floor. If your foot comes up and rotates the toes towards the ceiling, you've gone off of your IT band. So I've got my other leg over in front. If it feels better to go behind, then go behind, whichever you need. I prefer it to be in the front. So push and pull all the way to the hip, all the way to the knee. This one's probably the worst one for most people. Take your time, take some good deep breaths. All right, we're gonna switch over, get the other side. So, leg is straight, this leg is straight. Foot is nice and flat on the side, dragging on the floor. Stay on that IT band. All the way up to the hip, all the way down to the knee. If it hurts really bad, you're gonna find that a lot of people will go just little tiny up and down. That means you're not getting the whole enchilada of the IT band. All the way up to the hip, all the way down to the knee. In through the nose, deep into the belly, exhale through the mouth. Try not to fight yourself on the roller. Don't tighten up your leg muscles when you're trying to release them. All right. So from there, we're going to go to the stretch rope. Okay? So all of that could have been done with a ball if you would like. Okay, it's the same concept as the roller. All right, so for the rope, I'm going to loop it around my foot. Okay, now there's a couple of different things when you're lengthening muscles that you want to really think about. First, the muscle that you're trying to stretch, you should feel stretching, okay? If your leg starts to shake, that's okay. But you don't want to feel, again, knife stabbing pain. You stay away from knife stabbing pain. Your breathing is very important. When something hurts, people tend to stop breathing. You got to breathe, because it doesn't make it better. We only think it does. So I've looped it around my foot. I'm gonna lay on my back, okay? And from here, my opposite leg is flat. Let me get to where you can see me best. I'm gonna have a soft knee, and my toes are gonna come down towards my face. I don't wanna point my foot. I want the toes to come down towards the face. So in this position, you should feel a hamstring stretch, the back of the leg. If you're feeling it up here, that just means that you're tighter up here, and it will start to come down and reach that back of the leg. So take both sides of the rope, have a flat foot, toes are coming towards your face, soft knee, and breathe in through your nose. Fill your belly, let it expand, not your chest, and exhale through the mouth. You should feel your belly expand, not your chest. In through the nose. Okay, from here, we're not going to move the leg. You're just gonna straighten the knee, okay? So I'm gonna count to 10. Straighten the knee. It's gonna feel a lot of stretching. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax the knee. Pull back a little bit further. You want to continuously feel a stretch back here. If you're way out here, you're not going to feel the stretch. Don't waste your time. Make sure you feel the stretch. Toes are still pulling back towards you. If you have a hard time with the toes, put your band up a little bit higher so it automatically pulls the foot down, okay? Relax your legs, soft knee, just feeling the stretch. Okay, we're gonna do another 10 count with the legs straight. Straighten that knee out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. We're gonna do one more of those. Couple of good deep breaths. Okay, straighten the leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, so both ropes are gonna go on your hand. I want the leg to fall out, but keep your bottom, both glutes, on the floor. You don't wanna rotate. You should feel a good stretch on that inner thigh. If you need to hold on to something over here with your left hand so you don't roll, then go ahead and grab something. It can be the coffee table leg, the couch, anything, as long as you don't pull it on you. Good deep breath. We're gonna do another 10 seconds here. All right, leg comes up, and we're gonna cross and turn through our hips as long as it doesn't bother your back. Rotate, keep the shoulders on the ground. So I've got the rope in my left hand. My leg is crossing over my body. My shoulders are on the ground, and I'm looking at my right hand. Good deep breaths. All right, go back to your back. We're gonna switch the band onto the other side, the other foot. Again, if you need to have it closer to your toes, so it's easier to keep that foot from pointing, then have the band wrap around closer to your toes. Okay, soft knee, right leg is straight, soft knee on the left, toes are pointed towards you. Get that good hamstring stretch. I want 2 good deep breaths. In through the nose, deep into the belly, exhale through the mouth. Okay, straighten the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Soft knee, toes are still pointed towards your face. You need to pull back a little bit more so you still feel the stretch. Pull back a little bit more. Okay, straighten the leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Okay, straighten the leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Okay, both ropes go in the right hand. Cross the leg over the body. Keep the shoulders on the floor. Look at your left hand. Good deep breath. Get one more. Okay, leg comes up. Switch the rope into the left hand. Leg goes out. Keep your glutes on the floor. Feel that good inner thigh stretch. Okay, couple more stretches. First one, it's called a frog stretch. If the frog stretch is too much, I'm going to give you the modification to it in just a second. So a frog stretch is going wide with your knees. Now the foot can go in or it can go out, whatever's comfortable to you. I prefer just kind of neutral. And you're gonna sit as low, think of doing splits, as low as you can, okay? Now from here, you're gonna do two things. You're gonna come down into that low position and you're gonna push back and you're gonna feel a good groin stretch. You're gonna take a good deep breath in through the nose, fill your belly, exhale through the mouth. When you're done with that, you're gonna walk the arms forward and hips come towards the floor. Good deep breath in. And then push back. So continue doing this one if you're fine here. If not, modification is Cossack stretch. Go wide, standing, toes are going straight, and you're gonna set the hips off to one side and get that really good stretch here. This one is not as deep of a stretch, but if you're not able to do the other one, then this is where you need to go. And then you'll switch to the opposite side. And you do this one a couple of times on each side. I'm gonna go back to the floor and do the other one. So I'm pushing back, you may be forward, that's okay. Just keep going with where you're at. I'm gonna go forward. And push back. So this is a really deep stretch. To get out of it, you're gonna walk your knees in, okay? All right. Last one is gonna be the IT band stretch. So there's a couple of different ways of doing this. I'm gonna show you in the crossed standing position. So cross right leg over left, put the weight in your left heel, and then push your hips back and come down to where you're okay. You want that back leg to stay straight. Tuck your chin, don't stress your neck. You should keep the weight in the back heel, leg straight, and you should be feeling the outside of the left leg stretching. That is your IT band. Now, if you need a deeper stretch from here, you're going to push your hip to the left. So if you're stretching the left leg and the left leg's in the back, you push your hip to the left. You'll feel a little bit deeper stretch. Focus on your breathing, keep your chin tucked. All right, come on up. We're gonna switch. Okay, right leg goes in the back now. Left leg go over the front. Hinge over, keep the weight in the heel. On the right foot, right leg is straight. Tuck your chin, don't stress your neck. If you need to push through that right hip, a little bit more, then push through the right hip. And if this one is just not doable for you, then send me a message and I'll give you the alternative, okay? All right, hopefully you feel better, stretched out. I'm here if you need. Thanks.